And in one of these consultations with a patient of mine, she said to me, Dr. Tammy, I come for the Botox, but I stay for the therapy. You're not a plastic surgeon. You're a soul surgeon. And it kind of stuck. Everybody loved it. And so I just kept that name. And a few years ago, I was doing this work through my wellness center for nearly 10 years. And a few years ago, post COVID, I had a deep conversation. Me, myself, and I. We all sat down and got together, and I asked myself that hard question that few of us address. And I invite you, all of you listening here, to consider. And the question is, what do you want? What do I want at this time in my life? Not when I was 8 years old and decided I was going to be a surgeon, but now. And this was around COVID and post COVID. And I realized after quarantine, when I went back to work, wasn't hitting the same way. I just wasn't feeling as connected to the surgical part that I'd been doing for nearly 3 decades. And I was feeling much more connected to the deeper transformations. And I realized that, yes, the body, it's a beautiful thing to feel good in our bodies. Of course, we want to feel strong. We want to feel without disease. We want to feel aligned. And yet, what I realized was that the deep transformational changes that my patients would make were not at the edge of my scalpel. They were really in the deeper connections as a soul surgeon. So I like to say, I used to lift faces. Now I lift the veil. I lift the masks that we wear, that we show up in our lives through these facades and through the roles